Welcome back, friends. Thank you for coming by today. We're going to touch a little bit on where I'm at with my 100 zipper challenge. Yep, I did say I'd like to get to about 25 bags, and I'm making a good start of it. I also wanted to find a way to replicate some of the really very pretty and well put together fabric collections in the Connecting Threads book. I got close. I can show you that I got quite a few things that I was able to shop out of my stash. And I fell in love with In the Thicket or Among the Thicket fabric. So cute. There are a lot of fabrics that I love, but I can't, obviously, just like everybody else, I can't go around getting all of them, especially since I don't have the room for them. So I challenged myself to shop my stash and see what I could find that I could use for the time being for the color scheme. And using this for scale, I substituted this so that I could find things in my stash that I thought looked nice. So there is a dark blue here that's in this collection. And what I noticed on the various choices that they put out for ways to use these fabrics, there is not a lot of dark blue because it is intense and it would overpower easily. So I let that guide me. And I did find a couple of, several actually, charm squares that I have that would bring in the dark blue and that little bit touch of that fresh springy green. So we're going to go with that for now. Then I found something to match this rusty color in my stash. I found something to use in place for the bright green here and here. So I found quite a bit of that. I found something for the gold. And I found something for that little tiny touch of orange here and there. And some more of this green that has a little bit of a white background. So I feel like I did touch on all the colors with the exception of this minty color, but it actually is in kind of suggested in the in these blue fabrics that I got. It does kind of bring that out. And I even actually have more that has more of that kind of tonal color to it. So like that and that are similar. So there's all that. And then I was looking at it and I thought, well, what if somebody just isn't into this type of an animal, almost like a botanical animal print? And I actually found something that has like a similar scale to it and many of the similar colors in a fat quarter that I've had that I never even opened. I am going to get one of the larger prints to work with my bag collection. So I hope you all have been good this week. I hope the weather's been nice to you. It's been pretty rough lately. And so I can show you, starting here, how I was working on some of these little zippy bags. So I got a couple of more made. This one in particular I really like a lot. Something for a grown-up, I would say. Doesn't have a little hook on it, or a latch, I should say. This one, I think I know who this is going to. Another adult. And then I have the ones that could be more for the kids. The one for the puppy dog lover. So that's been the focus for this week. And trying to figure out what items do I want to purchase? What items do I want to find out of my stash? Little by little, I managed to pull up a few things that I really like. I even found some stuff like I was convinced that I did not have any of the kind of tomatoey red looking red small print that I needed. I was convinced I didn't have that. Well, ladies, if you've got a stash, you know what happened. I found the time to really look well for it, and sure enough, there it was. Yeah, I have about 3 yards of it. So there was that. And I had a learning experience this week. Here's your bonus footage. So my learning experience was that I went to Whatnot. Thought that would be fun to check it out. I watched Stephanie Canada's video where she explains how she did her first live and, went over the good, the bad, the ugly. And um, I thought, I'm going to check it out. So I got on there and I had never bid. I'm not really, I don't recall the last time I bid on an auction online. I'm sure it was probably on eBay a very, very long time ago. So I got the app on my phone, but I was actually at that point in time working on my laptop. And so I was just like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. If you've ever had that feeling where you put your credit card information in and you could easily make a really serious boo-boo if you're not careful. And that's what I was trying to avoid. But on the other hand, I was working with just um, like new or gently used or new quilting cottons, a yard or a fat quarter or some mini charm packs, things like that. So if I bought something on accident, it wouldn't be the end of the world, right? Well, I did wind up actually buying something on accident. And guess what? It was like one of those things that I absolutely wouldn't want in my house. So, yeah, I said, you've got to be kidding me. And I had left that room and gone looking at a different channel. And unbeknownst to me, I had pre bid and I wasn't sure how it worked. And obviously, I messed up. So, the seller was incredibly gracious, and when I explained that I did not mean to bid on that, and that she said, "Oh, can't you just maybe give it as a gift to somebody? You have a teenager in the house." And I said, "No, thank you, no, ma'am, I don't, and I don't like it." And she was like, "So, anyway, so she was very gracious, though. She handled it well, and she did cancel the sale for me. So I simply must go back and shop with her again sometime because she was just so nice about it. So anyway, that's my story for this week. I think I actually am inclined to maybe even sell on Whatnot because it looks like it might be a good option for me because I do have an awful lot of fabric that I will never get to. And it would be nice to get a little something for it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Let me know if you've ever sold on Whatnot. Let me know if you've been a customer on Whatnot. And let me know what you grade the experience at. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, 0 stars? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for coming by. We'll see you next time.